Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer those as we go or after the stream as well. You can find us streaming on both Facebook and YouTube, whichever platform you'd prefer. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. The Delta County Board of Commissioners will have 3 new faces at the next board meeting. Today, Myra Crosdale, Kelly Van Ginnoven, and Matt Jensen took the oath of office at Escanaba City Hall. The swearing-in ceremony was delayed when 2 Republican canvassers refused to certify the May 7th election results last Tuesday. But Friday, 3 of the 4 members voted yes to certify.
Even those that either didn't vote or didn't vote for me, I'm going to be having a town hall for District 5 coming up here real soon. I want to hear from you.
But I think with these 5 commissioners, we're going to want to bring the calmness back, the steadiness back, and get back to just the work of the people.
The first meeting with the new board is tomorrow at 5:15 in the evening at the Delta Service Center in Escanaba. And we have new developments. The Iron Mountain Fire Department released new information about last Friday's structure fire on East H Street. It's a story we followed closely since it happened over the weekend. Firefighters say the fire started in the kitchen area of the first floor apartment. 1 person was killed. Investigators say they were not found near the fire's suspected origin. Iron Mountain Fire Department Captain Randall Lapp says some smoke alarms were active when the fire department got there.
There were smoke alarms in the basement units that I could hear going off when I was doing my 360. As far as that fire floor, I couldn't be sure because of the amount of fire. If they were there, they were melted.
For the full story on how the community is coming together to help support the building's tenants, you can visit uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And a large stormwater drain in Ishpeming is now temporarily repaired ahead of this week's rainfall. TV6's Clint McLeod gives us a first look at the damage and what the next steps are for a permanent solution.
This is the temporary fix Ishpeming Public Works applied to a broken stormwater pipe on the corner of 2nd and High Streets. Ishpeming City Manager Craig Cugini says this old pipe was made of brick.
Brick construction is not allowed in today's environment. This is a really old system.
Cugini says when the city updated some of its stormwater pipes in the 1980s, funding ran out before this specific brick pipe was replaced.
As bricks fall out, the mortar joints come out, more of them are going to fall. So what we had was a failure of that system, and then dirt and earth around that pipe also fell in, and what that does is it creates a blockage in your stormwater system.
The city was alerted to the issue Friday afternoon, and by Saturday morning, a temporary pipe was put in with additional safety measures.
People can rest assured for the short term that water will flow through this stormwater system and keep the area from flooding.
Cugini says the road at the corner of High Street and 2nd Street is currently closed off and will remain closed to through traffic until the project is complete.
We don't want it to sit here any longer than it has to, and we certainly want to minimize the road closures.
Cugini says a project timeline is largely unknown. The goal is to get it done by the summer, but that could take a few weeks or a few months. Clint McLeod, TV6 News, Ishpeming.
Cugini says the city is still exploring funding options for the project. An estimate for how much the complete replacement would cost is unknown. Cugini says this issue is separate from the ongoing sewage and drinking water pipe replacement work across the city. And developing now, trash collection is about to look a little different in the city of Negaunee. The Negaunee City Council agreed to modify the city's current solid waste collection agreement with Green for Life at a regular meeting earlier this month. Under the new agreement, GFL will continue to pick up most of Negaunee's trash north of US 41 on Tuesdays, but most of the trash south of US 41 will be picked up on Wednesdays. Negaunee City Manager Nate Heffron says GFL requested the change because of safety concerns.
One of the major concerns they have is storing trash in any of their vehicles overnight. There has been instances across the country and with them as well where trash has been stored overnight in these vehicles and they've actually started garbage fires.
You can check the map to see when your garbage will be picked up at uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And health experts say this year's mild winter could mean a severe tick season. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says you have to take extra precautions to avoid getting tick bites to mitigate the chances of contracting diseases like Lyme. The department recommends wearing long pants and sleeves and using bug repellent when you're outside. Doctors say if you notice a tick on you, remove it with tweezers and get the species identified.
The other thing that we want everyone to do if they've been bitten by a tick is just to monitor for symptoms for the next 30 days. And if you start developing symptoms like fever, achy joints, we would want you to, again, contact your medical provider.
You can find help identifying tick species at our website or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And finally, tonight on the TV6 Digital Desk live stream, Forsyth Township Public Library is offering a way to honor your loved ones or their memory. For $25, you can have a name engraved on a gold plate and put onto a bookshelf at the library. The library is bringing their Adopt a Shelf fundraiser back after 9 years. The library director says donations will go toward general library operating costs.
It's a fun way to honor someone in your family or the memory of someone. We have people's names. We have, I just noticed behind me, mail lady Deb got herself one several years ago when she retired. So there's all kinds of fun things in the library, and people like to come in and find their name.
Moore says the easiest way to get a nameplate is by coming to the library in person, but you can also do it over the phone. Donations are by cash or check. That's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in right back here on Facebook at 8:45 tomorrow morning. TV6's Mandy Koskela and Michael Sobek will recap top stories from the morning on their show Beyond Your Morning News. If you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. We would love to hear from you and what's happening in your community. Thank you all again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a great rest of your night.